This is the Effing Business Podcast. You ask the questions, we answer. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you for being here, Rafi and Aaron.
My pleasure.
You're welcome.
Thanks. What I want to talk about today is like faking it till you make it. I think when I was younger, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I thought it was real, right? I thought like you could fake it long enough for people to believe you're really that person, right? And or not so much that person, or you're able to do those things or whatever you're faking at that moment. As I got older, I and maybe society has changed. I think that the more and more people have tried to fake it, you can tell the difference between someone who is faking that life, faking that thing they're trying to show off about, to the ones who aren't, and the ones who, there's certain people out there in like social media world who, when they talk to you about something, they always have to be something behind them has to be like either a really big house. If you know who I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. They're either talking in front of a Lamborghini. But if you're talking to me and you're telling me truth, like, why do you need to have the nice house or the Lamborghini or the hot girl? Like, it's a complete falsehood, and they're selling you the eye candy, and they're not selling you the truth.
So when I hear fake it till you make it, that's not what I think of. I don't think of like false salesmen. I think of having the confidence to go try.
Mentality.
The experience, correct. Right. So on a previous podcast, we talked about competency and, going outside of your comfort zone and so forth. I think that fake it till you make it is that first step to go outside of your comfort zone, to go with confidence when you don't actually have the experience, and then it turns into the confidence because you've now experienced something and I got this, I can do this.
So you're saying it's a one-time thing. It's
not necessarily.
It's the thing that rips the Band-Aid off.
Kind of like a continuous thing. You have to believe something. If you're maybe not good at something, but you're going to keep on trying it, like, are you going to stop doing it because you're not good at it in the beginning? Are you faking, playing music?
No, that's not faking it though. Faking it is like is acting like you're strumming on a video when you just hit play and it's just someone else playing, and you're trying to show off this world where it's not you.
Right.
You're not even
you're
attempting to make. You're not even attempting to make it. I think that the falsehood is really when you're faking it, but you're not attempting to make it.
No, but you're speaking about authenticity. In your examples, those people aren't ever going to make it beyond what they're doing. They've made it. They're sitting in front of a Lamborghini telling you to buy their ebook or whatever it is, right? That's the end, right? That's not the beginning for them, okay? Because the next video is in front of the mansion selling their ebook.
But they're still doing it.
But is it their mansion or their Lamborghini?
It doesn't matter if it's theirs or not, or if they rented it or they borrowed it or they found a Lamborghini and grabbed the camera and just started talking about it, right? That's being authentic. I think faking till you make it has value in business, because when you're in a scenario that you don't have competency and you haven't done this before, you don't have somebody you could run to who can do it for you or you can lean on. You go in there and with confidence, the people you're appearing in front of don't know that you don't have a lot of experience, right? They don't know that this isn't something that you've done before. And you go and you bring your best effort, and then as you get more comfortable with it, you've now made it. You've now figured out how to do this.
So you've drawn a line in the sand of like they're faking it with the attempt to make it, right? But I think there's people who fake it and just use it. Well, fake it till you make it. It's just, but you're making no actual attempt. You're not working on the craft or the tool to actually try to make it. They're just saying through osmosis, I will make it.
Okay. No.
I kind of find it as like a confidence thing, the fake it till you make it. It's really about whatever you're faking. You have to be like, if they're trying to progress in it or trying to sell something or trying to, push or create, you have to not just fake it, but you have to, in the beginning, with the confidence to get your ball rolling of whatever it is you're faking. You know what I mean?
Yes, but again,
I think you're equating fake it till you make it with authenticity.
No, I use that example. Maybe it was a poor example, but
what's funny is the person you're speaking about, I saw him in a long form interview, and I found him really authentic in the long form interview. But in the videos that you're referencing, it's like, what is he doing?
Okay, fair. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying he is a fake. I'm just saying, like, why do you need that if you have that authenticity?
Because I think that authenticity doesn't always get people to stop. It gets
Doesn't
people
sizzle?
to stay. Exactly. Right. So the Lamborghini is what got you to stop on the video. And then what he's saying, okay, that might make sense to you. But so authenticity doesn't get you to stop and listen. It gets you, when you're listening, to stay and continue listening and be like, okay, there's something here that I haven't considered before, or this guy's real. So
Right.
they're using sizzle, like you're calling it, to get your attention. I don't agree with it either.
No, it's a fair point. I think as well, like you brought up a point of like, it's the push to get you to the next step, right? But that is if you're willing to. If you just think that you're gonna fake it, and through faking it, you're somehow gonna just become that person.
And they're forever faking it.
Correct. And that's sort of my thing. Like,
That's the type of person maybe that they're always just faking it, whatever they're doing.
correct. There is no attempt to try to actually make it.
Right.
You're just like, hey, I'll fake it, and people will buy into it, or whatever it may be. You're just selling
They're
falsehood.
never gonna make it.
Are you selling falsehood, or is there a guy who's
They actually have to be selling something. I'm just saying, like, they're selling themselves to people. You sell yourself to your spouse. You sell yourself to your children.
Right.
You sell yourself to everyone. That's what I mean by sell.
Okay, and I agree with that. But if they're good at faking things, right?
I think for short term, you see it. But if you see someone forever, we happen to know someone who, no matter what story we tell, he always has a story that one-ups it.
Okay.
Right? They're not true. Right? He's faking that story. It's a complete falsehood.
Right.
Right? Like, he's not attempting to actually do any of those things. Never going to or going to try.
Okay, so I think we're highlighting.
Insecurity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're highlighting the negative side of faking till you make it. But I think as it relates to a business, I think that knowing that it's not a core competency of mine, I don't have a lot of confidence in this, but this is what's going to get me to start this, to go in the right direction, to expand, my abilities and skill set. I think that faking till you make it has value.
If you go in with the mindset of you're trying to be better,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Everybody, I believe, in business, it wants to be better.
Right. No one goes into the meeting with a client and say, "Hey, I've never done this before, and here goes." Right? You overcompensate to show how
Right.
great you've We had that problem. We started our business when we were 21 years old.
Oh, I faked like the world.
So I think I lied to one client about my age. She asked me what my age was.
What'd you say? 23.
20, maybe, I don't even remember, and I felt so bad about it after.
I never lied about my age.
But I didn't tell her. She asked me, "Oh, by the way, you look very young. How old are you?" So I was embarrassed to say I was 21. I didn't want her to think wait, I'm entrusting my business to a guy who's 21 years old. After that, I was like, I'm never going to do this again. I'm always going to be honest about who I am and so forth. So I think that
Yeah, I never lied about age or anything like that. I just put off more of a persona of I know all of it.
yes, that is one of your skill sets. We all agree, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, right? So I think that if more people had already started their business life with that skill set, they would be viewed as confident, and they know.
Is
what
that
they're doing.
overall confidence? I know it's a little bit off topic, but is that overall confidence?
Most people don't have confidence about every thing they approach. They have confidence in specific areas. You have confidence about a lot of areas.
Right.
So if more people can do that, they would be viewed by their peers as highly competent, right? So that's a good thing to have. That's not something to go away from.